What's going on, Miami Dolphin fans? It's Mitchell Renz from Chat Sports, and I got three juicy rumors coming up here on today's show. We're going to be talking about free agency, we're going to be talking about some trade rumors, and also a running back that the Dolphins could go ahead and draft in the on day 3. It's going to be around Amari Cooper, J.C. Jackson. Find out who that running back is going to be. The first story that we're talking about here, though, is around Dallas Cowboys star wide receiver Amari Cooper. But maybe I shouldn't say the Dallas Cowboys receiver for much longer, because it sounds like that the Cowboys are likely to release Cooper before the start of the new league year. Hence, he's due about like $22 million in the Cowboys. They don't want to have to go ahead and pay him that chump of change. In terms of Dallas, they're obviously going to try to trade him first. And the reason why I'm bringing all of this up here is this. When you look at one of the big major needs for this Dolphins offense, it's wide receiver. And now there's all these places like NBC, ESPN, CBS, all these even articles from Dolphins podcasters or whatever that says, should they go out and try to get Amari Cooper? My answer in terms of trading for Cooper is absolutely flipping not. It sounds like he's going to be released, and in terms of the top destinations for Amari as it stands right now, according to me, I would say the Cleveland Browns absolutely have to be up there. I think they could actually even also move on from somebody like Jarvis Landry. The Dolphins with the money, Jacksonville Jaguars, they have a lot of money to spend as well. The Chicago Bears, and then the Detroit Lions. However, the only team that y'all probably care about, should the Dolphins go out and sign Amari Cooper? I want you to type Y for yes, or I want you to go ahead and type your N for no. My answer is yes, because wide receiver is a need for this team, but always you got to say, how much money are you going to pay Amari? Because if Amari still wants $20 million a year, I'm going to laugh at him in his face and say, sorry, dude, you got to get healthier, you got to be a lot more consistent, and you got to be a top 10 receiver to even garner that type of money. Do I see Amari as being top 20? Yes, I do. He's right around like fringe 14, 15, 16 style of guy. And when you look at these numbers over the past 5 seasons, his past 3 was with the Cowboys, technically in 2018. The first 6 games was with the Oakland Raiders. Then the last 9 was with the Dallas Cowboys. But he had 68 grabs, 865 yards, 8 touchdowns. I get it. Dallas has CeeDee Lamb. They had Cedric Wilson. They had Michael Gallup as well. But I'm not paying $20 million for this type of production. To be honest with you, at 92 for 1,114 and 5, I don't even think I would pay $20 million for that. If Amari's willing to come on in to this Dolphins offense and say, you know what, give me 14, maybe 15, I'm a little bit more on board for something like that. Now, let's just say the Dolphins, they go out and make a big-time splash in free agency for Amari Cooper. Maybe there's another receiver out there. I don't want you guys to miss it. Whether it's around the draft, whether it's around a juicy trade, I promise you there's not another Dolphins YouTube channel that does what we do here. And we have some big news coming up this upcoming week, I believe. So if you want to find out what that is, hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications. That way you don't miss the thing. If you thought Amari Cooper is going to be the only big-name free agent that we talked about here on today's show, well, you're wrong. And I get it. I understand what it is like to be a content creator. I create content for basically all 32 NFL teams. I create content for this YouTube channel as well. We have a good saying here at Chat Sports, which I'll get to it in a second, but Finside threw out the idea of going out and bringing in the top free agent cornerback on the market, J.C. Jackson. The New England Patriots, according to Jackson, haven't expressed much interest in him in terms of giving him a new contract. Jackson was asked last week, and he was like, yeah, well, New England hasn't reached out to me. I understand that Jackson is the top free agent corner out there, and he's been terrific. Here's the thing, though. If you were to tell me what do I think is the strongest point of the Dolphins right now, it's their cornerbacks between Xavier Howard and Byron Jones. Yes, X is playing like at a top 5 corner level, and Byron Jones has definitely struggled since signing with Miami. But the issue with this fan side of the article is they say, okay, bring in J.C. Jackson, but then release Byron Jones. And if you release Byron Jones, sure, you're going to save about $4 million because he's scheduled to make a little over 16. You're also going to eat 12.3. So you're going to eat $12.3 million and then go out and get J.C. Jackson, who wants to make about $20 million a year because that's essentially what Jalen Ramsey's making. So what do you all think here? Should the Dolphins go out and sign J.C. Jackson? I want you to go ahead and type S for sign, or you can go ahead and type P for pass. My answer is no. It's not because I don't think JC's terrific. It's not because I don't think he would fit well with the Dolphins. You have Xavier Howard, you have Byron Jones. There are other major needs on the offensive line, at the running back position, at wide receiver, at linebacker, at safety, that you should go ahead and allocate that money to instead of going and do it at the corner position. We have a saying here at Chat Sports is that usually the trash gets taken out once a week. At Finside, it gets taken out every single day. It's another reason why I get it. People are going to put out content on the internet, but our job here on Dolphins Today and at Chat Sports is to tell you the truth and tell you whether or not these ideas make sense. If you go find the article, hell, the guy who made the article, he can't even type the right name for the Miami Dolphins. He spelled it wrong. That's how sad that is. Something else that's sad is if you're sitting around on St. Patrick's Day and you're not repping your favorite team. I never have anything green to wear. Never have anything green to wear. But you know what? I sit there on March 16th and I'm like, wonder what I want to wear at St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to go to a parade. I'm going to have a good time. And if you want to make sure that you're repping your favorite team, while having a few drinks with your friends, you can go to chatsports.com/DolphinsGreen. Whether you need a hooded sweatshirt, a long sleeve shirt, bunch of different t-shirts. We have a whole bunch of awesome Dolphins St. Patrick's Day gear available. It's down in the comments section. It's also going to be in the description of today's video. The last thing that we're going to be talking about here on today's show is around the running back position. And as it stands right now, the number one running back, if the season were to start today in Mike McDaniel's offense, would be Myles Gaskin. I like Duke Johnson a lot. However, he's a free agent. Phil Lindsay, free agent. Malcolm Brown, free agent. No disrespect, I do not want to go into the regular season with Myles Gaskin and Salvon Ahmad as the top two backs. So what I want you to do is go down in the comments section and name a running back the Dolphins could draft this year. I've always been somebody that has said, if you need a running back, especially in a Mike McDaniel style of offense, I don't really want to go out and spend big in free agency. If you can find somebody in the draft who you could get maybe on day 2, on day 3, that's the route that you're going to try to go. So go ahead, name a back that the Dolphins could go out and draft this year. Lance Zierlein, who is a NFL draft analyst, he went ahead and said that Kennedy Brooks is a day 3 Dolphin. You know it, and I know it. Mike McDaniel. So he's trying to make a connection here, and the reason why that this move does make a lot of sense, Kennedy Brooks isn't somebody who's going to go out there and burn down the field with the 40. In fact, I believe he ran a 4.59 40-yard dash. What McDaniel wants is a running back with good vision and that can make a quick cut and make a quick decision and get north and south. That's exactly what Kennedy Brooks has done for 3 years at Oklahoma. Also, he doesn't have a lot of work on him, which definitely is something that I like. But if you want to talk about 3 years of being successful with a good, we'll say, college football program, also 12 touchdowns, 6 touchdowns, 13 this past year, he even got more work. And when you get more work, you want to make sure that you can still sustain a solid yards per carry. You want to make sure that you can sustain health, all these things. And that's what I saw out of Brooks. Here's the thing, though, right? If you're going to go ahead and take him in day 3, as it stands right now, the Dolphins do have a few day 3 picks. You have round 5, pick 157, round 6, pick 199, and then round 7, pick 222. So here's my question. Should the Miami Dolphins go ahead and draft Brooks on day 3? I want you to type D for draft, type L for leave. If there's another running back that you think makes a lot of sense in rounds 4, 5, 6, or 7, please go ahead. Let me know down in the comments section. But straight up, Kennedy Brooks would be a hell of a pick here.